I am Dr. R.R. Sanath, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Botany, Rao Bahadur Narendra Baroke College, Rampur. Today, I am going to deliver the lecture on the study of life cycle of spinous. This is the part of syllabus of TY BSc Botany paper 4th, that is BO 334, and title of the paper is the Spermatophyta and the Paleobotany. So here, let us see this life cycle of pinus. So in this life cycle, first let us see about its classification or the systematic position of this pinus. So let us see about the classification. So here, this it shows the presence of the group, that is the Spermatophyta, as this gymnosperm, these are the seed bearing plants, that's why its group it is the Spermatophyta. Then division, gymnosperms, gymno means naked, sperma means seeds, that is it is a group of plants whose seeds these are naked. Then subdivision, Conipherophyta, then it shows the presence of the order, the coniferals, family Pinaceae, and its genus is the Pinus, and there are so many species of this Pinus. For example, the Pinus excelsa, Pinus roxburghi. So here, this is the classification or the systematic position of this pinus. Group Spermatophyta, then the division Gymnosperms, subdivision Conipherophyta, order Coniferales, family Pinaceae, genus Pinus, and its species Roxburghi. Now, let us see about its geographical distribution of this plant. Geographical distribution. So this pinus, it is the more commonly found in the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere. So in this northern hemisphere, it is very commonly found in all over the region. So this pinus, it is more commonly, it is found in the northern temperate region. Northern temperate region, it is more commonly found, and it extends up to the subalpine region. Up to the subalpine region, it is growing very luxuriously. As far as concerned to the India, so here this pinus, it is found in the northeast and the northwest Himalayan region. So in northeast and northwest Himalayan region, it is very luxuriously, it is very commonly found, and the species like the Pinus excelsa, So this spinal excelsa, it is found in the regions of the Kashmir, also in the Himachal Pradesh, and in the regions of the Punjab. So in this region, this spinous excelsa, it is commonly found. So thus here, this is about the geographical distribution of the pinus in brief. Now let us see about the external morphology of the pinus. External morphology of pinus. So here this pinus, it is the plant, it is growing very luxuriously in evergreen condition. So in all parts of the world it is growing. It belongs to this group, that is the Coniferophyta, and it is the dominant group of the gymnosperm and growing everywhere in the all parts of the world. And this it consisting of 10 genera and near about 200 species. So it consists of the 10 genera and having the 200 species. And if we see this plant, that is pinus, it is evergreen plant. Throughout the year, it is having the greenish appearance. And if we see the plant body of this pinus, it is differentiated into the different parts, that is the root, then stem, and the leaves. And after maturity, it shows the presence of the reproductive parts. First, let us see about this external morphology of this pinus, that is the vegetative part of the plant body. So here this pinus, it is the large evergreen and the perennial plant. It means its life cycle, it completes in more than 2 years, that is in many years. So it's evergreen and the long-lived plant, perennial plant, and it is showing the taproot system. As the plant, it is large, woody in nature, perennial, so its root system, it is profusely penetrating deep into the soil, and thus it is having the well-developed taproot system. If we see the stem of this plant, so general see, let us see about the general appearance of the plant body. So here the stem, it is erect, it is much branched, and stem, it shows the presence of the two types of the branches, that is the branches of limited growth and the branches of unlimited growth. So here there are two types of stems, that is called as the branches of the limited growth, or it is also called as the long shoot, and the branches of so here it is the dwarf shoot, and here it is the long shoot. So thus here stems, they are of two types, that is dwarf or the branches of limited growth, and the long stem or long shoot, it is called as the branches of the limited growth. Now let us see general appearance of the plant and the types of these branches. So here the plant, it is conical in appearance. Plant, it is showing the conical in appearance, or it is having the pyramidal shape. As the plant, if we observe from a longer distance, then it look like the pyramidal shape. So such type of the pyramidal shape of the branches, it has been occurred. And so this stem, it shows the presence of this main stem, and this main stem, it is known as the long shoot, or it may be called as the branches of, or the stem which is having the unlimited growth. So this stem, it is growing continuously, and so this is known as the branches of the unlimited growth. And this is the dwarf shoot, and this dwarf shoot, it shows the presence of many small these leaves. So these leaves, they are again of two types. So let us see about the types of leaves. So thus here, this plant, it shows such type of conical appearance or pyramidal appearance, and it shows the presence of such type of the dwarf shoots. So if you see these dwarf shoots, they are showing the limited growth, because these branches, they are growing continuously, and but it is having the limited growth, that is main stem, it is having the limited growth. And if we see the leaves, so these leaves, if we see the structure of the leaves, so the leaves, they are of two types. Leaves, they are of two types. So first, it is known as the scaly leaves, and second is known as the foliage leaves. Scaly leaves and foliage leaves. Now let us see about what is meant by the scaly and what is meant by the foliage leaves. So here, suppose this is the stem region. So on this stem region, many small scale-like leaves are produced. So these are the scale-like leaves. So these leaves, they are very small, and these leaves, they are scale-like, remains attached to the stem. Here, after maturity, it gets modified into the after maturity, there is a formation of the male and female cones at the terminal portion, and here it produces the many leaves which are known as the foliage leaves. So these foliage leaves, these are needle-like or needle-shaped, and they are darkly greenish in color, and they are doing the function of the photosynthesis. So thus here, these are the foliage leaves. Foliage leaves. Here, these foliage leaves, these are needle-like. They are needle-shaped, and they are commonly called as the pinus needles. Actually, these leaves, they are acicular in shape, acicular, that is needle shaped. They are pointed. They are not dorsi-ventrally flattened, and as they are acicular or needle-like, so they are commonly called as the needles or the pinus needles. So they are many in number. They are spirally arranged. they are green in color, and that's why these leaves, they are doing the function of photosynthesis. And here this on the branches, very small, such type of scale leaves are developed. So these are the scale leaves, and the scale leaves, as the name indicates, they are forming the covering or the scale like structures surrounding to the stem or stem branches. They are not green, they are doing the function of giving the protection to the plants, and that's why so they are called as scale leaves. So thus here the leaves, they are of two types, that is the foliage and the scale leaves. Scale leaves, they protect the stem, and these foliage leaves, or they are also called as the pinus needles, so they are doing the function of the photosynthesis. And when this plant it becomes mature, then here it produces these cones, maybe the male or female cone. So this part, so it will be discussed in the that is the reproduction. So thus here this about the these leaves. So leaves, they are of two types, scale and foliage leaves. So this is about the external morphology of the pinus, having the root which is profusely branched, penetrating deep into the soil. Stems, they are of two types, that is dwarf shoot and the long shoot. This long shoot, it is having the unlimited growth, and this dwarf shoot, they are having the growth, that is the limited growth. And the leaves, they are of two types, that is scale and the foliage leaves. Out of that, scale leaves, they are scale-like, cover the stem. Foliage leaves, they are needle-like and dark green in color, and they are doing the function of the photosynthesis. So this is about the external morphology of the pinus, which is the actually part of the syllabus of TY/BSc Botany. So here I am going to conclude here. Thank you very much.